Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has trained with Barcelona for the last time as Chelsea target boards plain. An agreement between Barcelona and Chelsea for the transfer of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang could be imminent, with many at the Catalan club feeling he has taken part in his last training session, according to reports in Spain. The West London club have been locked in talks with Barca over a deal for the 33-year-old striker, with manager Thomas Tuchel eager to be reunited with a player who thrived under him at Borussia Dortmund. But Chelsea have been reluctant to pay a sizable fee for a player who only moved to Camp Nou on a free transfer in February, while Aubameyang himself was initially thought to have had some reservations about leaving the club so soon after arriving. Now Spanish newspapers are reporting that negotiations have accelerated in recent hours and all parties feel a deal could be completed very quickly. Barcelona boss Xavi had been keen to keep Aubameyang as part of his squad, but the failure to offload Frenkie de Jong means the former Arsenal striker must be sacrificed to allow the club to register new signing Jules Koundé. As such, the Catalan side ideally want the transfer completed within the next 24 to 48 hours so they can register Koundé in time to face Valladolid on Sunday. Chelsea will pay a total package worth €25 million, £21 million, which is significantly more than their opening bid but also less than the €30 million, £25 million, Barcelona were initially demanding. Talks are advancing so quickly that his claim Aubameyang's teammates suspect he has trained with the club for the last time. The forward reported to Barca's Ciutat Esportiva complex on Thursday morning for a light session after playing against Manchester City in a friendly on Wednesday night, but the players have been given Friday off and will not report back for another session until Saturday morning, by which time Aubameyang's move to Chelsea may have been completed. On his Gigantes FC Twitch channel, Spanish journalist Gerard Romero also showed footage of Aubameyang arriving at Barcelona airport early on Thursday afternoon. He is believed to be flying to Paris to spend time with his family, given that he would not have to report back to Barcelona's training complex until Saturday morning, but it is not inconceivable that he could fly straight from the French capital to London once Chelsea's deal has been given the green light. As well as Barca wanting to wrap things up quickly to register Koundé, the West Londoners will be eyeing noon on Friday as the point by which they would need to have signed Aubameyang in order for him to feature on Saturday against Leicester. Chelsea star Mateo Kovacic hands Thomas Tuchel major fitness boost. Chelsea has seen midfield duo N'Golo Kante and Mateo Kovacic sidelined with injury recently. Luckily for the Blues, Croatian centre mid Kovacic has returned to training. Kovacic has missed a couple of pre-season matches and all three of Chelsea's Premier League games after suffering a recurring knee injury. The 28-year-old has been a full participant in training this week in hopes to be available in Chelsea's next match against Leicester City on the weekend. Speaking with Chelsea FC in an interview, Kovacic spoke about his time injured and getting back into the team. "It's nice to be back on the pitch after I missed 2 weeks. It's tough to come back but very nice, and I couldn't wait to get back on the pitch with the boys, and now I'm ready for what's coming. I hate it, being out, it was tough, but the injury gives you something to improve on more on the other side. I improved in the gym a little bit, I did some extra work, so I feel good now to start. I hate not to be on the pitch, it's difficult. I try to support the team in tough moments. I think it's important we act as a group and everyone is involved in what we are doing." With the addition of Kovacic, Chelsea will look to bounce back to winning ways after last week's 3-0 defeat to Leeds United. Chelsea to activate £12.6 million buyout clause to sign Dynamo Moscow midfielder Arsen Zakharyan. Chelsea are set to trigger a €15 million, £12.6 million, release clause to sign Dynamo Moscow midfielder Arsen Zakharyan, according to reports. The 19-year-old is regarded as one of Russia's brightest young prospects, having made his debut for Dynamo Moscow in November 2020. Zakharyan has won the club's Player of the Year award for 2 seasons in a row and has been capped 4 times by Russia's national side. Zakharyan primarily plays off the left flank but is also capable of performing in a central midfield role. Last season, Zakharyan scored 9 goals and registered 9 assists in 34 appearances for Dynamo Moscow. According to Sport Express in Russia, Chelsea have now indicated that they are willing to pay Zakharyan's €15 million, £12.6 million, release clause. Zakharyan's agent, Pavel Andreev, also confirmed to Russia's RB Sport that Chelsea's approach is genuine. Zakharyan has been linked with several clubs over the past 12 months, including Manchester City, Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund and Roma. He still has 2 years remaining on his current contract with Dynamo Moscow. Chelsea, meanwhile, continue to push for new signings to bolster Thomas Tuchel's squad before the transfer window closes. Multiple offers for Leicester City centre-back Wesley Fofana have been rejected, including a latest bid of £70 million. Chelsea are also in talks with Barcelona to sign Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. It's understood that the former Arsenal captain is now open to the idea of joining Chelsea, having initially been intent on staying at Barcelona. Chelsea defender Trevoh Chalobah is very willing to join Inter Milan on loan. After a number of top teams across Europe looked keen on bringing in Chelsea's young defender Trevoh Chalobah, the 23-year-old now seems to have made up his mind on his ideal loan move. Chalobah may look to depart the Blues this summer after Thomas Tuchel's decision to sign yet another defender, knocking the 23-year-old down the pecking order. According to the Italian news outlet La Gazzetta dello Sport, Chalobah is very willing to join Inter Milan on a season-long loan. The Italian side is reportedly doing everything they can to finalize a deal, with contact between Inter Milan and Chalobah's representatives being made on Wednesday night. Chelsea will want a loan fee of £3 million if the academy graduate is to join Inter Milan, reuniting with former teammate and Belgian striker Romelu Lukaku. The Blues lost Antonio Rudiger and Andreas Christensen this summer, with both players leaving on free transfers. Kalidou Koulibaly has already been brought in to replace the departed centre-backs, but Tuchel is looking for at least one more new defender this summer. Chelsea is still pursuing Leicester City defender Wesley Fofana, but has had a third bid of £70 million declined. The Frenchman has since been dropped from Leicester's first-team squad, now training with the under-23s, with Fofana pushing for the move to Stamford Bridge. Chelsea only want permanent exit for Hakim Ziyesh. With Antony seemingly nearing an exit, Ajax have lined up Chelsea's Hakim Ziyesh as his replacement, though negotiations over the Moroccan have proved difficult. Since joining from Ajax, forward Hakim Ziyesh has struggled to recapture the form he displayed in the Eredivisie. His patches of form have proven to be fleeting, so much so that a return back to Ajax is inching closer. On Wednesday, Dutch journalist Gertjan Hamstellaar provided the latest surrounding Ajax's pursuit of the 29-year-old. According to Hamstellaar, Chelsea have communicated that they will only sanction his exit if it is on a permanent transfer and are not willing to loan him. Additionally, the Blues are reportedly demanding too much for the forward, and Ajax are prepared to pursue other options should the price of Ziyech continue to be prohibitive. Chelsea will know that Ajax are flush with cash, following their sale of Lisandro Martinez to Manchester United and the likely sale of Brazilian forward Antony to United as well. It would not be surprising if the West London side are not willing to budge on their price tag. This opportunity to return to a club he performed well at will surely appeal to the Moroccan. He has struggled for consistency in the Premier League and will back himself to return to his best in a league he has starred in before.